Found some antiquities. There's a Oliver 77 diesel. And another one, it's a gas. Really nicely painted. It's an 88 standard. There's a little Super 55 gas. Fender extenders. It's pretty hard to find. Be a 55 or a 56 model because it's got green wheels. Right there, 56 model. I think midway through 57 they changed it to red. Customers were complaining about the paint color, too much green. They wanted the red wheels back, so Oliver changed them. Oliver 60 with the mounted cultivators. So these lift manually. This one's got manual levers to lift. Otherwise, they made some with the power lift. The power lift would be here. This one's got a flat plate. And the power lift would have a lever here, and it would go up and down with that. So with this 60, this is set up for cultivating like corn. So you'd have a row going right here, and a row going right here, and you can move these around to adjust it for the spacing of your rows. So you'd want to kind of adjust it for your planter or whatever you planted it at. So you'd be able to take 2 rows with this. There also was what was called a track eradicator, but this one doesn't have it. But you'd have drags coming back to drag the wheel tracks. There's that Super 88 gas puller. Now 1555. Here we have a 1750 four-wheel drive diesel. There can't be many of these out there. 1967. Heartland Oliver collectors. And here's a big 2255 two-wheel drive. Got a Cat V8 in it. So weights in the front. The 3208 engine. So the 3150 was the old one, and 3208 had more power and other changes to it. Here's a 1950 Oliver GM. 1950T would have a Waukesha turbo, and the 1900s and 1950s had the General Motors diesel. Here's some nice steps they put on. It's really nice. With my dad's cockshut. I'll have to go to the other side. Here's the 22. You can see these massive rams in the back. 6,000 pound lift on those. Category 3. This has got the lighter 3-point. There's a say 1950 GM. Here's a 1900 GM. This is the older ones. 1800, 1900 came out with they didn't have the tapered nameplate yet, so like an old style. And here's the 1800 version. You can see them both here. So no tapered nameplate. So these two are older ones. This one's a gas. And here's a 1750 diesel. Two-wheel drive. All these have nice paint jobs. And a 1600 narrow front. Gas. Here's an Oliver 99. Now these were built, these had an old style, and then in 53, maybe 52 and a half, something like that. I'll put a caption on the right here. They came out with a Fleetline styled, but they use the same 4-speed as this. So this would all be similar, and the whole back end is similar. Not the gauges were put up on the steering column, but the whole rear end layout and everything would be the same, but it would have Fleetline styling. Don't see these very much anymore. There's a 770 gas. There's a Super 66 diesel. Oh, those are rare. Any 66 of any version is rare to have a diesel.
Yeah. I'm almost wanting to go green because nobody ever.
Air cleaner coming out of the front.
So yeah.
So anyone like Minneapolis Molines? They got them. And this one, these aren't, I'm not going to know the numbers very good. This is a UTV. So I don't know the other brands like I know my Olivers. It's a gas. Look at the engine on that thing. Just massive. Minis are good pullers.
Yeah.
This is an RTIA. R series. It's an industrial. So this is a 1940 Minneapolis Moline experimental. There's a lot of unknowns about this tractor, but we do know it was never put into production. The tractor has EX stamped into various castings. Let's take a look at it. Experimental. Yep, right there. EX. It's always cool to see an experimental model. There's a UB. And a U. 1951. Universal. Here's a Z. ZAV says. And here's an R. Here's a G900. Look at the engine in that thing. A U302. Massey Ferguson 95. This is by Minneapolis Moline, so it must be a crossover model. You can tell by the engine.
Yeah, I know. Reset.
Yeah, it's just like that. I know. That one over there, or that.
The Moline started that. back in the 60s.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
Oh, wow.
Here's a Jetstar.
About the same time of that. Probably the 60s, mid 60s, I'd say. That was probably late 60s. 67, yeah. I was 69.
There's a G1000.
Built in 59.
59?
Yeah, I choose the tag. 85 horsepower.
Big massive engine, huh?
Oh my.
Wonder what that weighs.
Nowadays there's probably 200 horses in an engine that size. Or more. That is incredible. That's in excellent shape too. They
Yeah,
fix it up.
nicely restored. A lot of nice tractors here. So this one's a propane. Here you got some merchandise. A little garden tractor. And here's a combine. The harvester, it says. Uni tractor. So it's got one wheel offset in the back here. Similar to a single front on a tractor. It's an L. There's a John Deere 520 propane. It's John Deere 730 diesel. This would be a 2-cylinder. Yeah. You can see the massive engine in there. A 630 propane. Power steering. Is this a GP? Wide tread. And this is a 530 John Deere. Still 2-cylinder. Propane again. A lot of propanes. Here's a BR, a 38, and a 50. This one's got power steering, a 1956 model. Here we got a little one.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
60/30. There's a 4620 diesel. And then a 4520 diesel. There's a 720 with power steering. And a 70 diesel. And another general purpose.
Let's request the window.
435 diesel. And a 70 diesel. We got some Farmalls over here. The 1930 Farmall regular. And an H. An M. It's a Super MTA. It's got the torque amplifier on it. And another Super MTA. One with a narrow, one with a wide front. Here's a 300. And a 350 utility. Probably gonna get wind noise, but I can't help it. 350 high utility. 7's a regular one utility. It's a high utility. More ground clearance. Here's a 450 and a 656. This looks like where Lee Bryce is going to perform. You see the stage there? It's on the outside of the grounds, pretty much. A lot of straw bales set up here. I'm gonna maybe try and check it out. I don't know. Okay, a little Allis-Chalmers garden tractor, a 720. That's 1977 version. It's a 1976 version, Allis-Chalmers 720. One's got a one bottom plow. There's a smaller moldboard on that. One's got a digger. Here is a D17. And a WD. WD-45 would have came after this. And D12. And D15. And a D10. D10 looks like a nice little one. Still got the 2-point arms they got. Here's a WD-45, the newer one to that WD. And a B. This is an old one.
I don't know what's going to happen.
A UC, 1931.
Also, WD-45 is an old one. He does have some. Oh, he's got 17. He got 17. 15.
Here's a Farmall 706. You can win this tractor.